From Los Angeles to a worldwide audience, this is Boaz Power TV, where we take your life to the next level. Now, internationally known speaker and author, here's Boaz.
Hi, welcome to the Power Show. You are part of the Power Nation, and I'm so glad you're here. Because here we help you improve your attitude, your relationships, your finances, and your career as we take your life to the next level. This is episode number 224 on Boaz Power TV, and I call this, it's a pleasure to introduce Rose Friedman. I saw a wonderful documentary a few years ago. It was called 3 Miracles. You may want to make a note of this and see if you can rent it or download it. It was a part of a series entitled The Living Century. The series featured people who were over 100 years of age and had lived through the entire 20th century. Amazing. Rose Friedman was born in Austria in 1893 and her family was Jewish. She immigrated on a ship with her parents to the United States when she was 15. I came to the United States when I was 9. We immigrated on a ship. She passed away in 2001 at the age of nearly 108. Up to the time of her death, she was spry, active, vibrant, enthusiastic, and full of life. What was most incredible about this delightful woman, and the reason she attributed to her long life, was her positive attitude. Is there a secret here? Was her positive attitude, which is a choice for all of us every day. She realized that stress and resentment would shorten her life. Stress and resentment would shorten her life. Isn't that true for all of us? Let's be careful. Let me tell you about her 3 miracles that I saw in this documentary. As a young lady, she worked in a sweatshop in the garment district of New York City. The conditions were deplorable. The doors to the sweatshop were often locked in order to make sure that none of the young ladies would leave before their long day of work was over. Terrible. One day a fire broke out. 146 women perished in that fire. Rose Friedman was the only survivor. One miracle. A few years later, on a visit to Austria with her mother, Rose found herself unwittingly hiding a friendly spy as World War I broke out. Had that spy been found in the home of Rose's relatives, all of them would have been shot. He was not, and his family was very grateful for Rose's compassion. Her 3rd miracle I saw in this documentary occurred when 2 of her children contracted polio in the early 50s. She kept her positive spirits, nursed them along, and they recuperated completely. As I watched this intriguing biographical documentary profile of the remarkable life of Rose Friedman, I was struck by her spirit. By her spirit, it reminded me so much of my dearly departed Jewish mother. Rose said, life is a series of ups and downs. You just have to look for the best in every situation. What a simple philosophy. My mother, who lost 4 brothers and sisters and her parents in the Holocaust, had the most positive attitude of anyone I've ever met. She jokingly said, the first 100 years are the roughest. Rose reminded me of another documentary I saw a few years ago. Hugh Downs was interviewing, remember he used to host the Today program. He was interviewing people who had lived a long life. He was scheduled to interview twin sisters who were 90 years old. The day before the interview, one of them died. The next day, the surviving sister went on with the interview. Hugh asked her why. She responded by saying that she and her sister had lived a long life because they simply kept going without letting turmoil set them back. It's what my sister would have expected me to do, she said. We keep commitments, What an attitude. Now let's take a look at our own attitude. Anytime you and I make a mountain out of a molehill, the moments of stress we're creating are taking moments away from the end of our lives. Let's look for the good and as much as possible disregard the bad. Rose certainly did that. Rose's attitude can certainly be translated in our daily lives in another way. When someone asks, how's everything? How do we respond? Do you say fine or okay? Wait a minute. Is that how you want your life to be, just fine, just okay. Not for me. I want my life to be unbelievable. So when people ask you, how's everything? Why not say unbelievable with enthusiasm? You won't be lying. See, that'll pretty well cover both ends of your spectrum, won't it? But when you do that with enthusiasm, everybody will give you the benefit of the doubt and think you're doing great. If they follow up with, now, wait a minute, Boaz, are things really going that good? Respond by saying, all I can say is, it's unbelievable. Stick to your line. Don't explain. Even if things aren't the way you want them to be, fake it till you make it. Pretend that things are unbelievable in a positive way, and you'll look for the good. Thus, good things will be more likely to happen for you. In business situations, the upbeat, unbelievable response gives the other person the impression that things are going great for you. People like dealing with successful, upbeat people. Do this on a regular basis, and you'll see how well it works. You are truly unbelievable. And that is our affirmation for this episode of Boaz Power TV. An unbelievable affirmation. You may want to write it down. My attitude from now on is truly unbelievable. My attitude from now on is truly unbelievable. Just say that morning and evening, first thing in the morning, last thing at night for 21 days. You'll be amazed how powerful it will be in affecting your life in a very positive way. You'll get back your power with your attitude. Speaking of power, here are some ideas if you've lost your power with money that I used a few years ago to get myself back on track with money when I went in some wrong directions. Number one, lower your expenses. For a while, live below your means. A little below your means. Lower your expenses. Number two, pay in cash. If you can't afford something, don't buy it. Stop charging. I've done it. It's a road to nowhere. Pay off your debts. There's a lot of power in being debt-free. Start with the smallest one first and work your way up so it gives you some confidence, and then save some money. Cash is king. Cash is king, so save some money. I so appreciate you taking time to join me. You are special. You are unique. You have a great attitude. You are unbelievable. You are destined for greatness. I see it in you. You are a champion. Have a powerful day.
This has been Boaz Power TV. To comment, see other episodes, or to subscribe to this free broadcast, go to our blog at boazpower.com. That's boazpower.com. We're here to take your life to the next level.